pyrotechnics. Out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Denver Broncos. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. First carry from Devontae Booker. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on second down is Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing is Keenum on third down. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Green, 39. Watch it now, boy. Green, 39.
On second down, Jackson nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. They'll roll him out right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Here's Keenum. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Terrell Suggs in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Finding room to the 20. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A Bronco first down. Keenum hooking up with Thomas.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Keenum. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll try the option right here on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. A first half update now from Philadelphia. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. They go play action here on first down. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. He's got it, the tight end Jeff Hireman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Booker on first down. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A 2nd down carry for Booker. Down to about the 22 here. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now he steps away. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They'll hand off to Booker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. They set up the screen to Booker. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Ravens taking the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Back there! 319! Here we go. 319! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard!
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Collins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Hurry up. Here we go.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. After the interception, here's Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. A shotgun snap for Keenum. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Booker. Down to about the 22 here. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Keenum on third down. For Cortland Sutton, a special moment. Touchdown number 1 in his NFL career. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Caught left side to Crabtree. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Leopard! Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll
we talked with them about prior to the game, their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And coming out now, the Broncos. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver 1st down.
Let's go.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Second and 10. Keenum here again. Throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go, let's go.
On first down, Keenum drops it underneath for Booker. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shaquille Barrett with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Sam Cook now, standing just about on his own goal line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Keenum throwing on second. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Terrell Suggs in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Off the play fake, Keenum. And he's got Booker. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Jackson on first down. Got it complete to Crabtree. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit! Blue 90!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Keenum. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
And now here come the Ravens. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Crabtree has it. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. It's caught by Crabtree. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something...
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. DeMarcus Walker in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On 2nd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
All right, now, lucky 56. All right, here we go. 56. Green, 39. Green, 39. Over. Leopard. Hot.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On the carry, it's Booker. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll give him a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Keenum. Flushed out right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. They'll run it. This is Booker. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Keenum's going to throw it here. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Booker on 3rd and goal. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And the lead will hold at 13. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Jackson. And he'll find his rookie tight end. It's Hayden Hurst. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Crabtree that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but For the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Blue Detroit! 90. Detroit! Blue 90! Over! Leopard!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sua Cravens with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll run with Booker. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. That the first NFL touchdown of the career of Royce Freeman. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest